Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to discuss the importance of looking to the future, living your life with future you in mind. The reason I wanted to talk about this today is because I feel like in my generation there are a lot of young guys living in the now, living in the moment. And I do think it is important to enjoy the moment, I really do. But I think there is an influx of people who are enjoying the moment a little bit too much and neglecting the future. I think it is important with everything and anything that we do on a day-to-day basis to have future you in mind, to have the life that you want to build in mind, because it affects the decisions you make. If you go day by day living in this hedonistic way, where you are only pursuing the things that you want to do now and in the moment, you're going to start neglecting areas of your life that will affect you in the future. It is important to consider the life that you want to have. It can be something as simple as the way that you spend your money. If you are looking to maybe move away from home, if you're already living with your parents and you're looking to get your own place, maybe it's not a sensible idea to be splashing your money rather than saving and investing that money. Going out on expensive nights out, paying for expensive food. In the moment, they're wonderful things. But if you make that a overly consistent thing, you're going to be taking yourself away from the goal that you have set in the long term. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Absolutely. It is a responsibility to go out and enjoy yourself and spend some money sometimes. But if you have a goal to live by yourself, be financially responsible for your life and live comfortably, it doesn't make sense to listen to those desires of the moment and allow them to take over from the long-term goal. If you have a long-term goal to get into fantastic shape and maybe sit around 12% body fat, 10% body fat, it doesn't make sense to listen to your desires in the moment, telling you to have the second donut, the third donut, the fourth donut. My advice to young guys watching this is to develop a sense of who you want to become, the life that you want to have. Start paying more attention to the things that you are doing day by day with the lens of future you. Think about it. When you wake up every day, have little reminders around your bedroom, post-it notes, maybe different pictures of the things that you want or the place that you want to live, and then go by every single day with it fresh in your mind that this is what you want, and your behaviors will start to change, and you'll start to notice that your life in general starts to look a bit tidier, starts to look a bit more structured. You do the things that you do for a bit more reason, a bit more of a reason. You're not just wandering aimlessly, doing the things that you want to do in the moment, just following desires. I see a lot of guys that have fallen into this trap. You ask them what they want to do with their life, you ask them their ambition, and they say, I don't know, we'll see. They're just wandering through life. But when you have a clear goal of what you want to do and who you want to become, everything else around you just falls into place. There is a reason why I read every day. There is a reason why I learn a new language. There is a reason why I make videos. There is a reason why I go to the gym at least 4 times a week, and that is because I want a particular life. I want to mold a successful life, so I do those things. But if I didn't have a reason to do all of those things, I didn't have an end goal, I wasn't looking to the future, it would be a lot harder to persist in those activities. So look, try and find your purpose and try to avoid thinking in the now too often. As I said previously, I do believe it is important to enjoy the moment. I do believe there are times you just need to have fun, relax, and switch off. I think if you live too far in the future, and the only things that you do in your life are things for future you don't get any enjoyment in the now. You want to live in the now, for sure. But if you are just a victim to your own whims and desires of the moment, I would say you are punishing yourself in the future. I would say you are putting future you in a worse position through the things that you are doing. Just have it in your mind that this is who I want to become. And these are the things that I am going to have to do to become that man. And simply everything will fall into place. If you're not entirely sure of what you want to do, that is okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. But I would implore you to start thinking about this on a deep level. And you can start with simple questions to yourself about what makes you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? You know, what do you spend your time on that you feel like you could spend more time doing that thing? You know, something that gives you a buzz. Maybe you work in sales. Maybe you really like sales and you can see that as a career. Maybe you work in education. You really like educating people and you can see that as a career. Maybe, like me, you're interested in coaching and you feel like you want to help people and you want to coach people. That could be a possible career, but start to think about these things and try and avoid this hedonistic way of life where you are a victim to your desires, and try and avoid friends that are living their life in this way, because we are a product of our environment. They say that the 5 people that you are closest to, you will become alike. You know, so make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are also ambitious, who also have big goals and aspirations. Because if they do, it's more likely to rub off on you. But the other way around, it's also more likely to rub off on you, and potentially you pick up some really negative traits from these people. You pick up some really negative habits and way of doing things. Like I say, it's not about not enjoying yourself. It's not about living a miserable life because you're sacrificing everything for the future. That's not the point I'm trying to make today. It's just not doing things the other way around and being a victim to your own desires, your own wants and whims in the moment. You know, you need to start looking to the future and looking to the man and the person that you want to become and thinking, okay, what do I need to do when I wake up today to work towards that goal? And I guarantee you, if you start taking that approach, guys, things are going to become so much clearer. You know, when you don't know what you want to be and the man you want to become, everything's a mess. Everything is scattered all over the place and you don't even know where to start. So you do generally just start to live in the moment. But after a while, that's going to cost you and you're going to put yourself in a difficult position. So if you don't know who you want to become, start thinking about it. Start thinking about those key questions that I mentioned earlier. Start thinking about the things that you get happiness out of and go from there. But look, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. I really hope that in one way or another you took some value from it. If you did take some value from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, 700 as soon as we possibly can, and every single subscriber counts. Guys, there is a link down below in my description to a free men's Discord community. Feel free to get involved and join in. It's a group of guys. We're going to be talking about our ambitions, the things we want to do. We're also going to be supporting each other with any potential problems that we have and just coming together as guys and trying to help one another level up. You know, it's free, as I said, and all you got to do is hit the link down below. And additionally, guys, I am offering my one-to-one coaching services as well. There is a link in the description. All you got to do is click on the link, book yourself a slot, and I will see you on the other side if you're interested in a one-to-one call with me. As always, guys, thank you for your time and attention, and I will see you in the next one.